Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ent. Today I'm going to be talking about NOVN, Novan Incorporations. This is an update to my long series on this stock. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. I'm going to go through technical analysis, news, and what I think about the movement for this stock moving on. So I'm going to go quickly as fast as I can to technical analysis, not to bore you, but if you have any questions on technical indicators, make sure you mention down in the comments below. Let's jump right into it. On a 1 week perspective, we get to see here on an MACD, it's actually kind of curving downwards. It's almost testing a negative reversal, and if the movement that we had today in terms of volume increases and moves past what it was before, then we can actually see a refusal for the negative reversal and a positive movement overall. ADX shows in a sign of a potential trend forming here. Volume percent R puts this one at neutral from oversold. Momentum though seems to slipped quite down to negative 0.29, so it has negative moment. And if we get to see unbalanced volume, what we get to see is that we're actually recovering in inflow is greater than outflow. Now what we get to see on the moving averages is that it's actually still bearish. It has potential for going bullish, but between the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA it's a massive line. But we can get to see the 10 SMA is getting closer to close up on the 30 EMA to cause a reversal. Now, next things we get to see on the MACD. A really nice testing for reversal yesterday, confirmed by today. Volume is massive today, although ADX shows in a sloppy movement. Volume percent R puts it at medium, neutral, and momentum is quite alright, but it's picking up. Moving averages looks like it might be turning from bearish to bullish. Now, it's above 250 SMA, above 200 SMA, so it looks all amazing. Although we might be forming here golden star sometime in the future here, probably sometime early next week, which is a very bullish sign, by the way. What our perspective, just to get to see the next few movements, we get to see it's actually going on towards negative, although it's in the trading action zones where reversals are likely. We get to see that we're hitting here golden star midday. ADX shows in a potential off very strong trend, which is the negative. However, it's at almost 50, which shows in usually shows in an opposite of a reversal. So in this case, it would be a positive reversal once it hits 50, which most likely will be hitting it in the next couple hours or so. Volume percent R is oversold. So what we get to see is moving averages looks bullish, MACD looks bearish, volume percent R bullish, ADX bullish in our favor, momentum is quite alright, and unbalanced volume recovered quite well. So it's bearish and bullish, and that's only for the next few hours coming in. Moving averages, what we get to see here, it's expected to trade 54 on the top, 49 in the middle, and 44 on the bottom. It was actually trading in the bottom half, but I'm just gonna ignore this kind of indicator for the time being. Stochastic, where we get to see on both of them, they're actually curving up, and that's a good sign. So on the stochastic, it actually looks bullish, both on the fast and on the slow. It's curving up, and it's actually loading up on a positive reversal, so that is amazing to hear. Now coming into Fibonacci retracements, a support at the 47, resistance at the 64, and another at the 77. Now let's take a look into significant supports and resistances to try to understand where our price point is considered still bullish. Below 55 cents, and that is a very strong support. You might get to see a bit of trouble going back to where it was trading before. And then 48 is below that. Below that is 45, 43, 43, 44, and then we're going down to 36. Now, taking a quick look into resistances, we get to see 61, 67, 73, 75, and we're hitting all the way up to 78. Now, in terms of any trends or chart pattern, nothing seems to be significant. So let's jump right into news and everything we can find about this company. So this presentation has been updated today. So I do very much recommend that you take a quick look at it. So we're going to go on through basically different catalysts and diving into what's yet to come for this one. So there's ongoing pivotal study, phase 3 study with data targeted for Q2 2021. So it seems that their 2021 target is there for that pivotal studies. 3 main things they're working on: the coronavirus, nitrous nitrous oxide powder or solution or whatever it might be. They still haven't decided based on a PR. That's in preclinical, and we get to see a really good news coming in today. Now, the one I'm excited about most is the molluscum, probably targeted somewhere around Q2 2021, hitting phase 3, and that is the one the most advanced on. Now, undisclosed new chemical entity for antimicrobial is actually another one that we can get to see PR coming in soon, and that would be very exciting to hear about, especially since it's undisclosed. So it kind of adds a little bit more ambiguity to what it actually is, and could be a really good surprise. Now, the nitrocell is what we're actually talking regarding to COVID, and we get to see in the next few slides what the other programs are working on, such as SB206, which is the lead program, as I did talk about. So SB206 is the one going on for coronavirus, and that one we see, well, it says ongoing pivotal phase 3 study, so that's two different things. So I think there's a mistake going on to there. But when we're talking about the SB206, even though it is for molluscum, you get to see berdizimir sodium, which also is SB206. So I believe it's actually the same product that can treat both. So that's an amazing thing, considering it's one product hitting 2 bullets. Now, moving on, I want to go on to skipping towards the financials, but before then, IND filing targeted for 2021 for the coronavirus program. That would be amazing. These are some of the programs that they're actually prioritizing into their pipelines. And then going on towards the capital, they have 35.5 million cash as of June 30th, and they're saying that that's sufficient capital through 2021, and that is quite amazing to see. Coming in towards different catalysts, Q1 2021 is the next one to complete the enrollment for SB206, and then we're going on towards ongoing nitrocell discovery and a potential NDA filing for the US FDA. And I do believe as well the third pipeline they have for undisclosed, that is preclinical, and I do believe that we might hear something soon about it. Now, coming on towards publications and whatnot, the 2021, that's the nitric oxide releasing topical medication as a potential treatment option for anti-inflammatory activity. Quite an interesting read. I did skim through it, so it doesn't mention very much regarding just COVID, but it talks about inflammatory kind of effects and the treatment for that one. 6th of October is the last institutional buyer, 1,000 shares. Before that, we don't see anything happening in September. Quite disappointing when it comes to that. But the next coming in thing is insider buyers. We don't as well see anything all the way back to March. That's when they added 30,000 shares. Now, the SARS-CoV-2 infected 3D tissue model produced favorable results demonstrating the potential for nitrocell technology to effectively provide prophylactic function against COVID-19, and it's basically expected to be administered via nasal route in a gel, powder, spray, wash, or other formulation yet to be determined. That sounds amazing. It was able to demonstrate a 90% or 1 log reduction in viral output at 0.75 milligrams per milliliter, so it shows that it's actually still promising. So that is good news for people that are holding for this stock, not only for COVID-19 vaccine, but for their also SB206 product and their undisclosed one, as well as other pipelines that they have on the line. Now, coming into the tough question, what do I think about the sticker, and what do I think is going to be the next movement? So, in the longer term, when it comes in towards later on results coming in towards, let's say, things like the SB206 molluscum pipeline, other pipelines, I do think this one has a lot of potential, and I did mention regarding PRs for COVID-19 about their their NO previously, and we get to see that this actually caused a jump. Now, the next thing that I'm worried about is buying the rumor, selling the news. So I do expect that it's probably going to stabilize for the time being, hopefully above 55, and it kind of creates that kind of almost a bit more downtrend accumulating before it curves back again. That is my expectations for the price point. And you get to see it does jump every now and then, and it kind of falls back and then accumulates. And it seems to be a continuous trend. So based on that, and buy the rumor, sell the news, I do expect it's going to probably stabilize and it might get a pop here and there depending on how pumpers feel regarding this stock. But in terms of on its own, I do think without a PR, we're not able to see much jump, especially with a lot of bag holders going up above 50 cents around this region. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.